final thoughts, Evie?
Welcome to Bungo Stray Dogs.
Don't watch it.
This is why we spoiled everything for you.
Yeah.
That's fair.
It's not a good show.
See, the beginning of it started out really good.
Yes.
It has over time gone downhill really bad. But now I haven't been keeping up, but a couple of my friends are like, it is
anime.
picking up again really well, where it's starting to feel like the early
that's nice. Have they finally made Atsushi not the main character anymore, or is he still the main character and they're just shoehorning him in? Because I feel like he either needs to become relevant again, or he needs to just, like, no longer be the main character.
I haven't caught up with it, like, super, like, actually reading it in a while, but I think he's still technically the main character, but it is presented a lot more as, like, not, I guess you would say deuteragonist. Yeah. It's like, they present the characters as deuteragonist, you know the word I'm saying. But multiple of them.
Oh, that's
so they,
like an ensemble. It's like an thing.
Yes, it's like an ensemble cast right now.
Yeah.
I think still Atsushi is the technical main character. He's the one that's getting the most spotlight.
Yeah.
But there's so much Dazai. So much.
Because everybody loves him.
Everybody loves him.
So, like, honestly, good on Asagiri for being like, you know who's the moneymaker?
Yeah.
This bitch. Yeah. Like, gotta shove him in there somewhere.
Yeah.
It started so nicely,
and then so good,
and then it just really got, like, really nonsensical really quickly, and that was still fine, except then it started being like, why is this guy still the main character? He's not relevant anymore, and why is this happening, and why is nobody dying? There's no consequences for anything. And then, of course, now apparently it's picking up, but I haven't been caught up in a while, because I'm like, this is so insane. It's the perfect Tumblr show, though.
Oh, it is.
It's, like, where is he? Look at him. Is he not the most... He's targeted directly at 14-year-old girls.
He kind of looks like the Onceler, just, like, in a different font.
And you wonder why people love him.
Genuinely, like, right before he was introduced is when I started falling off.
Same.
Yeah.
It was, like, around, like... these two.
Yeah.
When they started, like, showing up, and I was like, no.
My favorite seasons, well, I guess if you're talking about the anime seasons, but, like, story-wise, is, like, the first and second season. Like, after the Guild. It's, like, wasn't immediately after the Guild arc that I was like,
Yeah.
But it was, like, it started to go down a little bit, and then right before Clown Fucker was when I was like, oh, okay.
Once I got past the Guild... Poe was the only reason I was still reading.
Yeah.
So I got through the arc where he shows up again for, like, the little murder mystery, like, bonus. Yeah. And then I stopped.
Yeah. Once this current arc is done, I will go back and reread it.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm already, like, terrible with monthly and, like, bi-weekly releases. I can't focus on anything.
Yeah, no.
But the only reason I've kept up with it at all is Tanizaki.
Yes!
I love him.
Yes.
Him and Kenji. They're brothers in my heart.
Yes. So true.
Yeah.
So, if Poe ever shows up again, or Q. Q's my all-time favorite. Q hasn't been in here for fucking forever.
Poe briefly showed up. I can't remember if he's still around. Not around.
Like, every so often, he shows up in the background.
Often.
There's,
He shows up more than the other guild members.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Probably because he's also, like, the perfect Tumblr character, and so he's a moneymaker. Like, the moment he's on screen, like, probably sales go up. Like,
yeah. Also, Ran Poe.
Yeah.
Super.
Yes.
Super.
I mean, I love them.
Yeah. Which, like, justified.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one I can fuck with.
Yeah. I don't love a lot of the ships, and...
I don't like the main ones. I like the rare pairs.
Yeah.
I actually really like Pocot. And I'm one of, like, 3 people who do.
That's cute. I really like her and Atsushi.
That one's
They're
cute,
so
too,
cute.
Yeah.
They're so sweet. But, like, I used to really like Dazai and Chuya, and now I'm like, whatever about that. I like that the end of this video on YouTube is just gonna be, Evie's wandered away. It's just
Evie
us.
Evie's
just,
in the kitchen.
It's just us dropping hot takes about Bungo Stray Dogs. I hope you guys are enjoying this, whoever the fuck is watching this. Hopefully somebody is. But
someone's gonna get a random notification because they're like, actually, I'm gonna turn. Just gonna see when Zoe's gonna put a video down Like 6 years later.
I have like 300 followers, maybe. But it's just that.
The boba out of my boba, and I'm just gonna eat it with spoon.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
But yeah, like I like them together, her and Atsushi. I used to like Daza and Chuya, but no offense to the fandom, but a little offense to the fandom. They are very different characters.
Yeah.
If you look at literally any fan work of them, so
they ruined literally both characters. Like,
yeah.
Sorry fandom, but not sorry. The way people act ruined both of the characters.
Yeah.
For me.
Like if I went back and reread it, I think I would find my love for them again.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest, I was a huge Daza Chuya shipper. I have like probably 50 like AO3 bookmarks of them or whatever from when I was in high school. I cannot read them anymore without going like, what? Huh? Who are these? Who are they? Like, I don't know. I feel like I have a whole like rant or like an essay I could write about like like MLM relationships specifically in fandom and like heteronormativity applied to them.
Yeah. They're such a good example of that.
Yeah, like, cause like, I'm just gonna go on this rant now. Sorry, I may or may not cut this out. This might be an extra like tangent.
You just make a second video and like the only picture is just Lucy.
And it's me going on this rant. I might actually do that because I don't want all the discourse I'm sure I'm gonna attract from this in those comments. I'll be like, we just kept talking. Here's some more stuff we kept talking about later. But like, there's like obviously there's nothing wrong with gay men being feminine in media. Like if you want that representation and you want to make it yourself, go for it. Genuinely, I'm all for it. At the same time, it's weird that these like MLM ships and relationships always have to have a feminine one. You always make one of them, you in the general sense, not you specifically. Always one of them is made more feminine. And like damsel in distress is not only is it a little bit homophobic, but it's also a little bit sexist, I feel like. Because it's not only is it reducing gay relationships to like this like I guess like stereotype of like one's like the manly like one and one's like the dainty weak feminine one, but
you
also
really tie in the fucking what's it called, sexism for men one.
Yeah, I'm not bringing that into it, but yeah.
But yes.
I'm not putting that in the video. Thank you, Evie. But I appreciate it. That's a that's a good
like,
point.
And another thing.
If I ever make a Tumblr post about this, that's going in it.
Yeah.
But like also it's like the feminine one is also always the weaker damsel in distress one, and that's also sexist.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
also there's like a bunch of like, I want to say like fat phobia in the fandom. They're always like it's always about Chuya's like tiny waist. Like what the fuck?
Like, and like I get, the man is skinny, but you're really emphasizing it a lot, guys.
Yeah. We're really like infantilizing him. I feel like it's just like it's always like top bottom discourse. Dude, the top is always the manly one, the bottom's always the feminine one, and it's just like I feel like we were having a conversation with Holden once at dinner where he was like actually made some really good points about like some of those like factors from like the other point of view, but like you have to like I feel like you have to acknowledge that it's heteronormative in some way, and just Dazai and Chuya, come on, Chuya would not do that. Dazai would not do that.
I mean, even like this isn't ship specific, but within film, like a part of queer film studies is the amount of the only ways that especially gay men are allowed to show affection on screen is by adopting heteronormative ideals. Even like not even just gay men, like lesbian women have often been shown like they have to adopt a child together, which gay men also show they have to adopt a child together. They can't show themselves being affectionate. They have to do things as if they are a heterosexual not even married couple, because they never act like they're married. They never show physical affection.
Yeah.
But it's like it's the same thing there. Like if we recognize that that's a problem within film representation, we also can recognize that it's a problem within even non-canon representation. Because it's still making a heteronormative view of a gay relationship.
Yeah. And it's so prevalent in fandom that I think that mindset seeps into, like, all of, like, even canon gay relationships.
Yeah.
Like, there's, one book, Heaven Official's Blessing, where, the fandom, I think, takes it to an extreme because I think that's the only way people, like, generally see. Like, those are the, like, people will, like, those, like, incorrect quotes things where they're reducing characters to, like, a 2D caricature in order to make them fit, like, the grumpy ex-sunshine or whatever. Like, that happens to characters when it's even, like, out of character to an extreme. Just to, like, woobify them, I guess, and make them fit this, like, standard, like, factory-made, this is what a gay ship is in fandom. And it's like, come on, guys. Yeah. What are we doing? And that happens so much in Bungo Stray Dogs because it's such a huge fandom that it's just snowballed.
Which, not as common with the rare pairs. Like, I'm just... I'm thinking of right now, one of my friends, he's not really a big shipping person, but he's like, yeah, I like these. One of his is Fukuchi and Fukuzawa. So it's just two very masculine old men.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah. No, I love that. But, like, even in, like, ships where I'm, like, more likely to, like, be, I don't know, accepted, like Rampo, for example. Rampo the ship, not Rampo the singular character. Bad ship name for them. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Like, people will, I guess, like, play down one or the other's traits. Poe, in particular, I've made many a Tumblr post on this, I will say that, in high school. He, as mentioned in the main video with Evie, third in command in the guild, and also, canonically, one of the only people who Rampo has ever seen as an actual challenge to him. And not only does, I think in the manga, in the second arc they retcon that a little bit because Poe's clearly at a disadvantage the entire time with Rampo there, and he's, like, not making deductions even as quick as the audience in some cases. I think they, like, really nerfed his character in that moment. But also in the fandom, it's just like, he's smart.
They downplay him so often.
And then in contrast, whichever one of them people assign the bottom is always, like, the crybaby or whatever. And Poe in particular, I think, is woobified a lot. Because I love him so much, I know the most about his treatment in fandom. So that's sort of the perspective I'm coming from. But, like, people will, he's not as powerful or he's not as smart. In particular, he exceedingly nervous and a crybaby. He has social anxiety or whatever. We all agree. He's, like, he doesn't like interacting with people. He was nervous when he walked into the ADA or whatever. But he's smart. This is the point I brought up, like, on Tumblr or whatever. There are more panels of him smiling confidently / evilly than there are any other facial expression in the entire series.
Yeah. Like, there's a difference between a character who is nervous sometimes and a character who's infantilized.
Yeah.
Like, there's a difference there.
Yeah. And I honestly think that those traits that are given to him are mostly, if not completely, a result of the relationship that people put in him in. Because I think if he, without that context, I don't know if some of those traits would have been given to him. Yeah. Because some of them need to be exaggerated to fit that fandom stereotype. Like, obviously, it still would have happened in some way, I feel like. Like, that every fandom does that, but...
Are we still talking about heteronormativity?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful. It exhausts me.
Yeah.
I actually don't like men.
Love that for you.
Yeah. There's just, I don't know.
I only like them fictional.
Real.
It's like, I like healthy masculinity, and I don't really find that in reality a whole lot. Which is a little unfortunate. In order for me to be attracted to somebody, there first has to be, like, friendship there. And if I'm pissed at them all the time, that's not gonna happen.
Like, if my king, if he were real, yeah. Fuck yeah. Eva isn't real.
I had a point I was going to make about something slightly unrelated, and I do not remember it. It was going to be something funny. And it's gone. Is it about Dazai and or... Oh, yes, I remember now. I do think that as someone who has shipped them before... This is unrelated, by the way. It was just something I thought of that I thought was funny. As someone who... I'm going to go back to the slide, actually. We'll keep it here. As someone who has shipped them, I do see the potential. Even if I did not see it at all, it is so goddamn funny that they keep being described by the author as, like, the second half to each other's souls or whatever.
It is really funny.
They're one half of a whole. That's really awesome if you ship them, and even funnier if you don't. Because if you genuinely just see them as the characters they are, which are two characters that fight well together but absolutely despise each other, the fact that they're canonically, like, considered like intrinsically part of one another is hilarious.
So funny.
I'm just learning that this is like a train wreck of a
It's so entertaining, but not always in ways that were intentional.
Yeah. And I went into it loving this. Like, this was my favorite thing. I have, like, a over 100-page long fan fiction that I wrote when I was, like, 14.
Yeah.
Because I was so into it. Mm-hmm. But seeing the way that the fandom acts has genuinely ruined so much for me. Like, even beyond just, like, not liking where the arc has been going and that me falling out because of that. Mm-hmm. The amount of 13-year-olds. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
13-year-olds will eat slop up.
Which they should not. Which, the thing is, yes, I do think this is going on downhill. I don't think it was slop originally. I think it was really good originally.
Yes.
But it's also not a show for 13-year-olds. It's a sign-in, which means it's for adults.
Yeah.
13-year-olds shouldn't even be watching it. Like, sure, I watched adult shows when I was 13 that I probably shouldn't have watched.
Yeah, same.
But also, I didn't go into fandom spaces meant for those adults.
Yeah. Like, as a 13-year-old, whatever, I did go into those fandom spaces, but it wasn't, like, catered to me.
Yeah. And they expect it to be catered for them.
Which is, like, a different problem.
Yeah.
Which is that I probably shouldn't have been in there if it wasn't.
Yeah.
If it was catered to me, it would have been the problem you're describing.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't, I shouldn't have been there.
Yeah.
But, like, and I honestly, I feel like Asagiri himself, or that's the author, right? Not the artist is somebody different.
Harukawa.
Yeah. Forgets that it's a seinen and not a shonen.
Because why it's an issue now.
So it's because it's so power of friendship in places where it shouldn't be, and not at all power of friendship in places where it honestly probably would have worked better.
He thinks it's a shonen now, but it's not. You can't change that now. We're like hundreds of chapters in. Yeah.
Just drop Atsushi. He's great and all. Yeah. He's not the main character anymore. And I'm glad that the show has started to become a more, like, ensemble cast sort of thing, because for the chapters where he was, like, still trying to be the main character, it was really not working out. It's, like, the perfect show for 14-year-olds, but it's not actually meant for 14-year-olds. Yeah. And that's the problem, is that this would have been so much better if, like, writing-wise, if either he'd accepted that the character designs and personalities that were given to the characters were perfect for 14-year-olds and just, like, made it a shonen, or if they'd adapted the story / character design / personalities / whatever to be more seinen from the and keep it that way.
That's why I like the original cast, because they do have a style that, like, it looks like a seinen.
Yeah. And then it starts getting very, like, shonen battle-y.
Yeah. You have Clown Fucker.
And we have Clown Fucker, who is the perfect 14-year-old girl character.
Yes.
He didn't need to be like that. If he could have been toned down, and it would have been better, honestly.
If he had been in a different show, I would have fucked so hard with him
as
a 14-year-old.
Yes,
but he was in this show, and I was like, why are you here? Which, granted, I was also, like, 14, 15 when I was reading this. The
Nikolai Gogol.
Yeah.
The clown bitch. Yeah. The thing is that the reason I'm so, like, fascinated with Bungo Stray Dogs is that I do love it.
Yeah.
All of this critique aside, I love it. It has a very special place in my heart. I have multiple cosplays from it. I drew fan art from it. I don't still. My entire YouTube channel is a shrine to it, essentially. Yeah.
Genuinely
for like 5 or 6 years. Yeah, it has been.
Helping you make this reminded me how much I love the series. And it makes me sad seeing how it's gone.
Yeah, and it really is just like so sad and frustrating that it was so good and it had so much potential and I love it and loved it and love it. I don't but like then it like just like started like frustrating me because I was like, it could have been better.
It could have been better.
It could have been better.
Which that's why I'm glad at least it's starting to pick the pace back up.
Yeah. For sure. My opinion, really, it's just, I can fix it. I could fix it. I could fix it.
I could fix it.
I could fix it, please.
I think I have some great suggestions.
Yeah.
I think I have some great ideas.
Yeah.
I just need a couple characters to fuck off and be gone. I need the fucking sword away. Not the sword in Bram Stoker. I need the sword gone.
Which one is that?
Fukuchi's the time sword.
Oh, I haven't gotten that far.
Okay, so there's a fucking time
God
sword.
Damn it!
And I hate it.
Oh, we cannot be introducing time!
There's like 20 chapters where everything keeps going wrong. It's probably been more than 20. That everything could be solved if this fucking sword didn't exist.
Oh my god.
Every time another problem comes up, it's like, well, actually, it's because of my time sword.
Just destroy it.
Just destroy it, please. I hate it. I hate it so much.
We can't be introducing time to this. It's already complicated enough.
Granted, the newest character, I think, is the character who created the sword. So, like, that's kind of interesting. But I want the sword the fuck off.
Yeah. Did we ever figure out...
I can't remember.
Did we ever figure out what the fuck was up with Atsushi and his, like, special... whatever the book?
Oh, no. Yeah, we haven't gotten there yet. I think there might have been a bit more of stuff with the page. There's something with Dostoevsky is going on with the page, I think. I can't remember. Oh, okay. It's because the reason they're in the situation in the first place is because he wrote on the page that the ADA gets framed for whatever or something.
Right, and so everything from that moment is just
because of that. So I don't know if they're trying to find it right now to reverse it. Maybe that's why they went on this whole tangent to begin with and we just kind of forgot to bring it up again. I don't know. I haven't read in a while.
I feel like there's plot points that have been forgotten, I feel like, at this point. Yeah. I also love that it's been so long. The Guild, Rats in the House of the Dead, and Agatha Christie's whatever, I don't even... Order of the Clock Tower, whatever. Yeah. Those 3 were introduced as, like, the 3, like, pillars at the very beginning of the series, and we still haven't gotten to Agatha Christie's. I had her in my slides originally, but I took her out because we don't have anything about her. Because she hasn't shown up yet, despite being in probably the first, like, 20 chapters.
She's even in the fucking gacha game.
She's even in the fucking gacha game.
My mom likes Agatha Christie.
Yeah, and she shows up in the first 20 chapters of this manga, and then her arc still hasn't happened because Dostoevsky won't fucking die.
Which we do get, like, briefly.
Yeah.
We thought she was gonna be there because we saw her briefly in this arc, and
Didn't
we were like...
she show up in an airship at some point?
At some point, something like that, yeah. And we were like, oh, finally, we're moving on to the next one. And, like, maybe Dostoevsky isn't gonna die, but, like, she's gonna come in, and this is when the next arc is gonna shift in. No. But we are expecting her to be the next one, if this one would just fucking end.
Could you imagine if instead of going to Christie, they introduce a new major antagonist before we get there?
I swear to God, if it's gonna be the sword fucker.
It had better not be.
I really hope that he's not an antagonist. I don't know enough about him yet, because they just kind of showed him, and I didn't read the actual chapter. I just saw his design. I think his design looked cool. Let me see if I can find him.
Wait, I want to see him, because I don't actually know who he is. If I ever post this is going to be so stupid. It's like a podcast.
Oh my god, it is.
This fully is a podcast at this point.
It's we've just said it's going to be a separate thing. I'm going to cut all of this into a second.
I've redrawn my whole thing, by the way.
Oh my god.
If that gives you any
What
idea.
time is it?
It's
7:30.
Yes.
What time did we start this? 2 hours ago?
I think like 6. It may be earlier.
Right.
Where's this new fucker? Oh, wait, okay.
Oh, he looks cool.
He looks really cool.
And I'm mad about it.
Yeah. So I don't think he's a villain because of my humblest apologies and whatever's happening
Can you Google his name, like, with BSC? I don't want to switch out of this in case I am gonna post this. I don't want to, like, just leave the... Just, like, images.
Because I think...
Oh, I love that, actually.
Yeah. Because I think this is the only official thing we've seen of him so far, but he's already got all this art.
Yeah. Cosplays. Multiple.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Also, the, Atsushi and him shippers.
Oh, yeah.
They had a field day.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's... Yeah, no, I see it.
They had a field day.
Yeah.
This was the same chapter. This guy was released, so I had to scroll so much to find him because of all the fuckers who love him.
Yeah.
We're just like, oh my god, guys, look at this, look at this.
I see it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't hate... I hate it a little bit, but I don't hate it. It lives in the same space as Chuya and Dazai for me now.
Yeah.
Which, I used to ship Chuya and Dazai, but not ship them. But now that it's sort of the same to me. Which is that, like, good for you if you do. I'm not that into it.
Yeah. Which, like, the Billy name is fun. Tales of Moonlight and Rain.
Love that.
It's kind of like Atsushi's. His says Moonlight somewhere, I think.
Beast Beneath the Moonlight.
Yeah.
I love that they keep being like, his power is the most powerful and most important of all. He's just a tiger. There are so many better abilities. It's cool. It's nowhere near the most powerful.
I only watched, I watched the first couple of episodes, and I thought it was, I don't know, but I also don't have much to compare.
His power is that in Moonlight he can turn into a tiger.
That's just being a werewolf.
He's called the were-tiger.
I thought it was a cool transformation.
Yeah. It's a cool power.
It's a cool power. To the other characters.
Yeah.
By comparison to Fuckus Time Sword over here.
And they keep... Every time Atsushi's power is brought up, they're like, it's the most powerful, it's the most coveted, everybody wants it, everybody needs it. He's just a fucking tiger. Did they reveal something about it that I don't know?
I don't know, man. Yeah. Unrelated, my friend sent this picture. I like it.
I do like, are we done with this? Do we have more Bungo Stray Dogs thoughts that are going into our impromptu podcast? It could have been better. It could have been so much better. Like Miraculous Ladybug.
I will say, this is obviously a spoiler for what's going on right now. I'm so glad that they finally revealed that Tanizaki and Naomi aren't related.
Yes,
they finally did it.
God.
We've been theorizing for so long.
Thank fucking... I still don't like it.
I still don't like it, but there's a reason for it. Yeah. I don't know the reason yet.
Yeah.
But there's something, and it's at least they aren't related.
Yeah. I don't like that they keep insisting on it, and I don't like that she clearly gets off on it.
Yeah.
But...
It's something to do with the books. Like, it has a plot point, like, with the actual books. And so we've been theorizing forever. Like, if you look at this original material, we don't think they're related. Mm-hmm. But...
Yeah. But, oh my god. Because Naomi, I love her so much, except for the fact that she keeps being like, my brother is so hot. And I'm like, you didn't have to say it like that.
You didn't have to.
You didn't have to. Even knowing that you're not related, you didn't have to say it like that.
The way they animate them.
I hate it.
I'm gonna see if maybe the wiki says.
But Naomi's so cool otherwise. Implied.
Okay, keep in mind this is the shipping wiki.
Oh,
so it says it's likely that they are adoptive siblings.
That doesn't make it better.
It didn't. All he said was that they weren't related.
Okay. So I don't trust the shipping wiki on this one.
I don't trust
but
the shipping
I don't
wiki.
like how they worded it.
Yeah. Okay, also it says here is implied that they are not blood related.
What does that mean? Why did Tanizaki...
So the real author for the book he wrote is called Naomi. Yeah. And that's where we've been thinking, that they aren't related.
Yeah, inspiration was his real life affair with his sister-in-law.
Yeah.
If it turns out that they're actually siblings-in-law, I'm rioting.
I don't think
they aren't.
I don't think, because I think this was written before, like, the reveal happened. Because I think there was, like, it was implied that they weren't blood-related earlier, but he did confirm somewhere that they aren't actually related.
Thank God.
I wonder if I can find any pictures. I'm definitely not going to find a picture on Google Images. I don't know. Yeah. I also can't remember exactly because I didn't fucking read it. I just know someone told me that they were related, and I was like, finally. Yeah. Finally. Yeah. If they are adoptive siblings, I'm going to simply go back to rioting. Yeah. And pretending nothing is happening.
Anyway, I think we're done.
I think we're done.
Thanks for coming to our impromptu podcast that we didn't plan.
How long is this screen recording going to be?
Probably 2 hours.
Probably 2 hours.
It's gonna be a hell of a ride to edit out the little bit. It's gonna be straight through. I'm not cutting anything. Yeah. It's just gonna be the little bits of, like, people getting up or whatever, like, brief pauses, and then, like, moments where we don't want to, like, hear it. It's, honestly, the previous video is gonna cut off, like, so abruptly. I'm probably gonna, like, separately record just, like, little voices, like, so we stopped here. If you want to listen to Mackenzie and I keep talking. Oh my God. Follow the link. I love, it's also so funny because I'm not, like, a YouTuber. This is, so this it's just like, so it's just impromptu. Like a bonus podcast for no fucking reason. Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm done. I'm stopping recording. Bye.